Hey guys, welcome back to another art video. Today we're going to try to make some yarn bowls. What is a yarn bowl? It's these cool little trinkets I have out, sits in my room all the time. You can put all kinds of little things in there. Paintings, paper origami stuff, whatever you want to put in there. Hair clips, money. Money's a good one. Whatever you want to put in there is fine. But I'm going to show you how to do this. It's kind of broken up into pieces to put together. I'll be talking through a lot of this, trying to explain how it works. It's not a terribly difficult project to do, but it looks really cool when you're done. Keep watching. All right, guys, we're back at the beginning of this project. You're going to take your yarn, start wrapping around on top of itself to hold it down, and then start laying that and wrapping that yarn right around your cord, right next to the last one you just had, and continue that pattern all the way around, all the way through the entire cord. It's the easiest part of this project to do, actually. And when you get to a certain point and you need another string, do the same thing again. Lay the next one on top of the last one you had and wrap over top of it a bunch of times so it holds the last one down, and then the one you're starting, it holds it all together. So right here, I kind of wanted to show you how I've been taking this in the middle of my cord. It's hard to have your string and your arm outside the edge of that cord, so I've been kind of creating this little pattern of moving my yarn ball and around the layering here, and then I just continue wrapping around until it ties itself back up again, and then I just unwrap it. I was kind of had to do this for about 10 feet of this cord so far, so but this is what works for me. This might be what works for you if you need to do that. All right, so here we go, guys. Now I got my cord wrapped up, and I'm kind of showing you how to get started here. The video slows down from time to time to try to show and emphasize what's happening. Right now I'm just taking the same string and wrapping over itself a couple times right towards the end of the main roll. And once I know it's tight, well, I guess I'm putting the needle on. I don't necessarily need the needle right now, but here's how you can thread your needle. I always pinch it real tight between my fingers, slide it into the opening, and pull that little bit that comes through. And then tie it off so you know it doesn't fall off when you're trying to pull the string through. But anyway, we're gonna go back to the other side of the string because I wasn't quite done with that yet. We gotta now wrap it tight to the other little piece, that other little knob. All right, this is the starting point. So I slowed it down again, and you're gonna notice I'm wrapping it and always going between the layers. Very important to hear that, between the layers. At no point is that yarn going all the way across like I just showed right here. All right, I'm gonna take that yarn, I'm gonna push it right between, I'm gonna pull it right down between the two layers. There it goes. Now I'll wrap the bottom, I'll go right between the two layers, right in the middle again. Pushing it down into place. And then I'm gonna wrap the top. I'll come back around to wrap the top again. A lot of times I call this a figure eight because you're creating the number 8 by doing this. You got the top loop and the bottom loop. You know, if you draw the number 8, then you make the same pattern as you're doing with putting this string into place. Now we're going to continue this pattern, and at this point we need our needle. So you can see where I came from, and here's where I'm going to. Remember, I'm not jumping anywhere. I'm going from one seam to the next, always going between the layers. Say that word again, between the layers. So I'm pulling that part through. I'm gonna wrap around the top. I need to wrap that top tight. So I'm gonna come back up from bottom, below it, between those two layers, and just wrapping that top cord. I'll pull that nice and snug and tight. If you pull too tight, you might rip the yarn, so don't be He-Man and pull too tight. Just pull it so it's nice and snug and holds its place. Now I'm gonna put it down and I have to wrap the bottom layer, all right? Which happens to be right in the middle of this bowl so far. So I pushed it down through there. I'm gonna pull it down and get it snug. Now I've only done half the bottom of this little circle. I gotta come back up through between the layers to finish the bottom part of that figure 8. That'll finish wrapping that bottom part of the cord. Now the farther we get out, the more the easier you might get with it, because you're gonna learn all this right here. By the time you get to the outer edges, it gets a lot easier. So I'm wrapping the top edge again, okay? Always going between the layers, knowing where my string is, where my needle's going, making sure I push where I need to go. I don't wanna wrap around the whole bowl. I always wanna go between layers. So pay attention to where you're at, where you're going, and where your next spot will be. You'll notice in my video as well that I'm progressing around in a circular pattern. Oh, there's an accident. Look at that. A good thing I highlighted that. Just go back through that little loop. Sometimes you bring our needle down in the wrong spot, or that yarn gets in the wrong spot. Don't want to continue through that. Go back. There you go. Anyway, as I was saying, I'm trying to progress and go around in a circular pattern, and I'm going about every ½ inch or quarter inch to a ½ inch. You'll see that white pattern happening on the outer edge of this bowl as I'm making it right now. That allows me to just constantly be moving, constantly be making this hold tighter in other areas. And if I sat there and did it in one spot, that's the only thing it's going to hold is that one spot. I want it to hold all the way around this bowl. That's what makes this bowl strong. So there's maybe a couple other spots where I slow down. Maybe I don't remember. Just keep watching. Go back the video if you need to up. Watch those slow motion video parts of this video, because it really does show you where it's going in and out with that needle. Super important to pay attention. Oh yeah, that'll happen. My hand always hurts when I make these. I'm sure yours will too. Shake it out and just get right back to it. All right, keep watching, keep trying. Go back in the video if you need to. Good job, keep up the good work. Hey, at this moment I thought it'd be kind of fun to stop the video and show you a couple examples of what you're working towards, all right? You're doing a great job so far, and if you're not understanding everything, keep going back into that video. Now, in looking at this good example, I found this one on the shelf. It shows a lot of good pattern happening here in this blue area. So I mentioned in the video that you're getting that white pattern on the green. Well, here you got the red on top of the blue. You can see now it's constantly progressing to hold. Now there's nothing in the middle, all right? They're all going into the middle, I mean. There's nothing going across all this, no strings that go all the way across. And I cannot push my finger through if I tried really, really hard. Cannot. That's how good that pattern is right through here, all right? Very strong. Holds it together nice and creates a very cool bowl to hold stuff in, all right? Keep working hard. Good luck. I know you can do this. Alright guys, we're at the end of the video. I didn't want to show you the entire video because it would have been a long time of you watching me do a bunch of sewing. So, at this point, we're letting you go. Keep working on that bowl. It'll look like this at the end. I know you'll do a great job. Keep up the good work. See you in the next video.